Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be fixing Brent's door panel. So this is a crew cab door panel. These are specific to the crew cab trucks with power windows and locks. Power mirrors don't matter. So if you have a crew cab with 4 power doors, you're going to have this very specific driver's door panel. These are notorious for breaking. If you have an OBS truck, doesn't matter if you have a crew cab or not, you're familiar with the tabs breaking off on your door panels. The crew cabs are a little bit harder to source because they are a very specific door panel made from 95, 96, 97. So finding one of these is a little bit harder than finding a standard super cab or regular cab driver's door panel with power, because those were the same and ran for a longer period. And these are pretty hard to come by. So you have to repair these when you have them. A lot of the times this whole big unit is coming off of the door panel. If you have that problem, this will kind of fix it. If you have the tabs broke off that holds the switch retainer, the bezel that holds your switches, if that's broke off, this will solve that problem. Now, what is this? This is an OBS Solutions repair kit. You get a back piece here, you get a front piece here, door panel trim clips, and then assorted hardware and retaining screw retainers, U-clips. So installing this can be daunting because you have to drill holes and you don't want to drill holes, I'm sure. So installing this is not going to be terribly bad. However, the hardest part usually is getting the door panel off and making sure you don't break anything removing it. So we're going to go ahead and repair this panel because the one tab was broken off and we did glue it back on, but we're going to use this as a reinforcement, and this will do everything we need it to do. So I'm going to show you how you can use this actually to glue your tabs back on if they are broken off and you still have them. And if you don't have them, you don't necessarily need to have the tabs to have this work properly, but it does help. So on a crew cab panel here, we have a rearward tab and a frontward tab. These are what hold the switch bezel down in place. Usually this back one is broken off because this is the one that gets the most force because it's the closest one to your hand here. Up here doesn't really get too much, but I have seen where both of these break off, and then you also get this problem here. Now, this repair setup, this repair kit from OBS Solutions here, it can help reduce this. So if you have a panel that is loose like this one is, the repair bracket will help with that because it actually attaches to this back plastic piece here. If you do have these tabs and they're broken off, you can remove the clips like we've already done here and attach them to the bracket here. Now they supply you with new ones if you wanted to use the new ones, but the old ones are spread out to the proper distance there, so it makes it a little bit easier to put on the brace here. So you got to kind of work this thing in here a little bit, and it sometimes can be a pain to get it in here, but it'll go. So basically what you do is you slide this in here, and you can do this before or after you get your holes drilled. So we're going to show you drilling the holes here in a little bit. But if you still have one of these tabs that's good, you can go ahead and put a screw inside this hole like this and attach the front or the back, whichever one is good, to the bracket here. And then you can use another screw back here, attach your tab to the bracket, and then you can glue this tab back to the actual panel here. Now that's nice because it gives you a little bit of extra reinforcement here, and it gives you another tie-in point, so to speak, for this plastic bezel here. And this will help hold this because now you've attached this piece of plastic here that's loose from the door, and you've attached it through this hole, and it makes kind of like a spacer here, so then it holds all of this tight together. So if you do have these tabs, it is worthwhile to reinstall them back into the panel itself. And if you don't have the tabs, it's not going to be a big deal. The only thing is you're going to have to go in and re-adhere this plastic piece here back to the door panel, and usually that involves you have to drill out the old heat tabs and put epoxy in the heat tabs there. So we're going to go ahead and get this guy back out of here. Like I said, it will come out and go in. It's just a little bit of get it in the right position there. So your heat tabs on the inside here, it's these guys here. You can see it moves. So when you have this problem here, what you need to do is you need to actually flip the door panel over and clean that up and put some epoxy on those. On the back side of our door panel here, these are your heat tabs that are holding this panel, and you'll have to figure out which one of these need to be cleaned up and epoxied to re-secure this outside panel here that's on the opposite side of this door panel. So if you have these broken off, you have to clean these up and re-epoxy that outside panel back on if you are unable to use the existing tabs and bracket, so said bracket, to kind of hold the outside bezel piece here, whatever you want to call it, that holds the switches and bezel and everything back to the door panel. But if you're going to be installing this and not dealing with replacing tabs or cutting tabs off, this is your general area on where this is going to go. Now, it should line very close up with the opening here, and you can actually adjust this a little bit if you wanted to, up or down. So if you wanted to get real crazy fancy, you could take your bracket here and install it in the panel and then do transfer marks and try to drill it either from the outside, or you can try to measure and everything else. But this is the orientation of the bracket as per OBS Solutions instructions here. So we can mark these and drill these 2 holes. Now, if these holes aren't lining up with your bracket on the other side, you can actually make them a little bit bigger, because what you're doing is you're sandwiching this all together and holding everything together. And I like the transfer method, but it's very difficult to do. So there should be no issues with this, but we're just going to double check and make sure that this is how this is supposed to be, and recheck everything with the outside and the inside before we drill these holes. So what we've got here is we have our bracket installed inside the panel again. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put our screws in here. Now, we installed both of these screws in our tabs here. Now, like I was saying earlier, you can do it this way to re-glue a tab on, and that's what we did previously. So I'm actually going to scribe these marks. So I just used a 90-degree pick here to scribe these to where they're supposed to be, because I don't have anything that's going to drill a hole through there. So once I've done that, I'm going to go ahead and take these screws back out.
Remove our bracket.
And we now have 2 scribes inside the panel here. So these are our scribe marks there. Now we could heat a pick up and center punch those and then drill them on the other side, and that'll be exactly where that bracket's supposed to be. So I know that this is going to be a lot more messing around, but this is going to make this outside bracket work exactly where it's supposed to be, and you don't have to worry about prying or pulling or breaking any of these clips also, in case you get that bracket in the wrong spot. Plus, it gives you the exact right holes so that you don't have to wallow those holes out to get your adjustment just right. So we have a 90-degree pick here, and we're just going to heat this guy up. So we now have our holes technically transferred through the door panel here, and we can actually drill those out with a 1/4-inch drill bit now. So we have our holes here that we transferred from the front, and they actually don't quite line up perfectly with the backside bracket here. So that's kind of interesting. Now, this could also play into the fact that these ribs here that they want you to set this up against could vary between the door panels, because that really should be back a hair, but almost seems like these holes don't quite line up exact, but yeah, they're very close, but not perfect. So it could just be that I'd put this hole in just a little bit off, which is extremely possible. But we at least know exactly where this bracket needs to be. So we need to be flush here at the front of this angle and straight along the back here along this rib. Now you can clamp this and then drill these if you so wish, or you could heat up the pick again and drive those through. So that way you don't drill the hole, and when you do the melting there, it kind of gives you a little bit of a reinforcement also. But we're going to go ahead and probably just drill these out. And what we'll do is, now that we have these pass-throughs here, we're going to go ahead and probably clamp this and drill through the bracket. So we have a clamp on here, just a pair of vice grips. So we're going to go ahead and drill these holes out. So we're going to take a 1/4-inch drill bit here. Don't go hog wild with that, because you don't need to. You're just drilling through plastic. You're not drilling through anything super hard. So we have our holes drilled here. So now what we can do is go ahead and get our bracket installed here. So once we have our bracket put on, we'll take our backing plate here and an associated bolt and push it through. So now that we have those through, we can go ahead and put a nut and a washer on the other side here. So we have our bolt pushed through. I'm going to put a washer on, and then the nut here. Now on this front one here, we push the bolt through from the back. There's no room to put the nut here. So we actually took this bolt, pulled it out, and put it through the other way. Now that should not cause any issues with any fitments here. So basically this is what you're looking at from the back side here. There's not enough room for this nut to go through on the other side and not have interference with the reinforcement bracket. Now you probably could make it work. You'd have to put the nut in there and then try to put a wrench up through this way. Now we can try it and see if that works. I just know that it's pretty tight in there. So the nut will make it in there. It's very tight. You're not going to be able to spin that nut at all. So you're going to have to use a wrench to tighten it up from this side, put the wrench in, and then use a hex key to tighten these up. So now that we've gotten this all loosely installed here, we're going to go ahead, grab our tooling, and tighten this thing up. So your Allens here, your hex, are a H4, so 4 millimeter, and then the nut is a 10 millimeter. So we're just going to tighten these guys up. And now we have our reinforcement bracket installed here. You can go ahead and reinstall your insulation here. So we'll probably put a new piece of tape on there, but reinstall your insulation over it. And you now have a bracket installed here. So this will wiggle a little bit. So because we do have a little bit of a loose panel here, but whenever you put your screws in, so we're just going to wind these guys in for now to give you an idea of how much this little bracket actually does in here. So technically this is the same as if you were to put the bezel on, and you can see how that's a lot stronger than it used to be, and it's pretty well attached and reinforced to the panel here. And this will have no interference with any of the crew cab power switch plates, power mirrors, non-power mirrors. So if you have power windows, power locks, power mirrors, or no power mirrors, this bracket will work for you. So installing one of these brackets is not very difficult. I do like the heat transfer method. It kind of gets you a little bit better idea on where the holes are supposed to be, so you're not kind of guessing. We didn't have to wallow those holes out at all, which is great. So I did like the method I chose to do here. Whatever you choose is fine. Their directions state to put it where I basically ended up putting it, but you need to keep it flush along the bottom edge there towards the front of the panel, and you can kind of clamp it in place and drill through the bracket instead of making marks and trying to make sure the marks are in the exact right spot. So we didn't have to wallow those holes out at all for our bolts, and everything lined up nicely here, and it does reinforce the panel nicely. So if you don't have these tabs, you don't necessarily need them, but it sure is nice to have them, so you can use this bracket to actually glue these tabs back onto the panel itself. And what that'll do is it'll tie all of this back together nice and neat and kind of keep it a little bit more sturdy. So hopefully this will help you guys out in repairing your hard to find crew cab door panel, and maybe show you a couple things on what you can do even if your problems are worse than what this one was. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you on the next one.